Prince Andrew's crumbling royal lodge in desperate need of repair, and it could spark a new row. The fact that Prince Andrew's house looks to be in terrible need of repair and is collapsing could spark another argument with Charles and William about whether or not he should continue to reside there. The king allegedly ordered the disgraced Duke of York, who does not appear to have any source of income, to vacate the 30-room royal lodge last year. There were rumours that Andrew, 64, was unable to afford the £400,000 annual maintenance of the 90 acres of land and 19th-century, Grade II listed home. However, Andrew remained fixed on the Queen Mother's former Windsor Great Park residence. He struck an agreement to stay if he continued the renovations, according to reports from October of last year. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. However, our exclusive images from today appear to be aggravating masonry cracks and paint flaking off an external building. The maintenance of the Royal Lodge estate is clearly the Duke of York's obligation, which is obviously not being fulfilled, according to a source. After all that has happened and been said about the mansion, the king will be extremely concerned about the condition of the residence. Prince Andrew was informed that if he doesn't manage the required repairs, he won't be able to continue living in the home. After the Duke gave him the assurance that everything was under control, there's little doubt the king will be disturbed by the true situation of the palace. Charles has problems with Andrew because of Andrew's exaggerated feeling of self-importance, which is why he feels he should be living in a palace or somewhere comparable, stated royal analyst DISOWNED, editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine, and author of My Mother and I. Charles, 75, is said to have made an offer for Frogmore Cottage, the former 5-bedroom residence owned by Harry and Meghan on the Crown estate. Courtiers also conjectured that William and Kate may move into the lodge with their 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis. It was stated at the time of the arrangement that Sarah Ferguson, Andrew's ex-wife and co-owner of the property, had promised to support him financially. Later, it was said that the Duke had not been open with financial information and was delaying a contract with the Crown estate to demonstrate his ability to pay for the repairs. The details behind Andrew's finances remain a mystery. He reportedly paid Virginia Giuffre, a sex abuse complainant, £12 million in 2022 to end a US civil trial. Giuffre claimed he had sexually attacked her 3 times when she was 17, a claim he passionately disputes. Co-owned by Fergie, the prince sold a lavish Swiss chalet for £17 million, but it was rumoured that he owed money on the property. Following his interview with BBC Newsnight in November 2019 about his vehicle tragedy, he was compelled to resign from his royal duties. He did not provide an apology in it for his association with the deceased paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The banker committed suicide in a jail cell 3 months prior, while he was awaiting prosecution for sex trafficking. It is thought that Charles withheld from Andrew the £250,000 annual allowance that the late Queen had granted him. Since then, William and the King have put an end to whatever plans he had to return to the royal family. He owns an £80,000 Range Rover Sport with a personalised number plate based on his royal title, although there have been no recent reports of his driving it. Despite being removed from his armed police protection and no longer being a working royal, Andrew has been at the focus of a controversy due to his use of a special Royal Range Rover. The public used to pay up to £3 million for it annually. Royal Lodge is quite expensive to manage, even with major renovations, which were part of Andrew's deal with the Crown Estates when he took it over, Ms. Seward stated. As usual, Andrew's financial circumstances are a mystery. It's obvious he's not using the money he has to maintain Royal Lodge. He could have to spend everything he owns on maintaining a home of this size. He was reportedly offered total assurance by the late Queen that he could stay there for however long he desired. Charles wants to keep his brother happy. He doesn't want to support him for the rest of his life, but he also won't throw him out. Although royal authorities believe the Duke cannot afford the annual maintenance of the lodge, he maintains that he is well off thanks to his legacy from the late Queen and income from a 22-book contract Sarah signed. Given that he has been living at the property for 20 years and signed a 75-year lease on it, along with an agreement to maintain it and pay £250 a week, it is anticipated that any attempts to evict him would be challenging. According to Andrews Associates, he has invested over £7.5 million on the renovation and repair of the lodge, and this summer, he paid an interim sum of £200,000 for roof repairs. Both the Crown Estate and Buckingham Palace declined to comment.